Namaste yogis. I hope you're well and looking forward to my next class. So this class is all about lengthening the hamstring muscles in the back of the thighs. So we haven't just got one hamstring muscle, we've got a few, and so we'll be working the leg at slightly different angles just to try and open all of the hamstrings. And then right at the end we'll have a play up against the wall for maybe some handstand work or half handstand. So don't let that be in your mind as the main aim of the class. We'll just have a bit of fun at the end. So we'll get started in our usual way. We'll start off with some preparation and then move into the flow. So just have a block handy if you've got one, you might need it. Have it at the top of your mat there. So lying back, and basically just bring your hands to your stomach. Let's just centre ourselves, so drop the knees together, feet out wide, and just take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And again, inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Once more, deep breath in. Exhale. Good. So just connecting with that inner calmness within you, and coming back to that throughout your physical practice. And we'll begin. So let's bend both knees into the chest. Just give yourselves a bit of a hug there. And then we extend the right leg up and extend the left leg out in front of you. And then we're just going to bring both legs out wide to the side, keeping the right leg slightly higher, and then bring them back in but cross them over like a wrap tie. Exhale with legs wide. Inhale, legs cross over. Exhale wide. Inhale, legs cross over, pushing the lower back into the floor. Exhale wide. Inhale, cross, and then release both legs back up straight. This time keep the left leg high, lower the right leg down. Bring both legs out wide. Inhale, cross over. Exhale wide, keeping the legs active. Inhale, cross. Exhale wide. Inhale, cross. Once more, exhale wide. Inhale, cross. Good, and then both legs straight up. Okay, so from here, start to lift the head and the chest up. Lower the left leg down to about 45 degrees above the floor, and take your hands up the right leg as far up towards the ankle as you can. Point the feet, and then we start to bring that leg in, like pulse it twice, and then slowly change sides. Inhale. Exhale, release. So you're using your core muscles here to lift yourself up towards that leg. Feel the legs, the back of the legs opening. Try to push the stomach muscles back towards the spine so you feel the spine releasing into the floor. Once more each side. Right leg, pulse it in. Exhale. Left leg, pulse it in. Good, and release. Both knees to chest. Draw the knees in. Feel the spine releasing. Good. And then we rock and roll along the spine a couple of times. Come all the way up and over onto all fours. So just make sure the shoulders are positioned over the wrists. The shoulders are releasing away from the ears. And then we extend the right leg behind us, pushing the weight into the right hand. Lift that right leg up. And then as we lift it a few inches higher, look forward, arch the spine. We exhale, bring knee towards the nose. Exhale the leg back, open the chest. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale, knee to nose. Last time. Exhale back, open the chest. Inhale, knee towards the nose. And release that right leg down. We'll change sides. So whichever leg you're working on, make sure that same side hand is pushing into the floor. So look forward, extend the left leg back. Lift the leg, open the chest. Exhale, knee towards the nose. Exhale, leg back, open the chest. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, back. Inhale, knee to nose. Last time. Exhale back, lift the chest. And knee towards the nose. And release. Good, and then tuck the toes. Push the hips up and back into your first downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. So you can pedal the feet out here. You can maybe sway the hips from side to side, loosening up the spine, lengthening the spine, lifting the hips up high. Good, and then find stillness in your downward facing dog. Pushing the weight back into the legs. And then inhale and start to come forward into a high plank position. And then gently drop the knees down, bend the elbows, bring the chest and chin down. Release into a gentle cobra pose, Bhujangasana, shoulders back. And then lift up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. And again, inhale and come forward into a high plank. This time chaturanga, so look forward, bend the elbows, keep a few inches off the floor, keep the shoulders lifted, release into an upward facing dog, and pushing up and back, downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. And this time we're going to raise the right leg, pushing back into that left leg. Keeping the leg straight, start to open the right hip by moving that right foot over towards the left. Good, and then bring the leg back to centre, look forward, step the right foot forward, drop the back knee to the floor. Release that right hip towards the floor. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fingertips down. Lift the back knee. We step the left foot behind the right. So the feet are crossed. Line the toes up. If you've got your block handy, you can always place the hands on the block. Concentrate on lengthening the spine forward. And then maybe you can release down into a deeper forward fold, keeping that right leg bent. Lengthening the spine. Good, and release. And then step the left leg back and the right leg, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Good, and again, inhale forward, high plank. Drop the knees, chest and chin towards the floor. And Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Shoulders back, maybe slightly higher this time. Push the tops of the feet down. Lift up and back, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Again, inhaling forward, high plank position. Chaturanga Dandasana, bend the elbows. Release, upward facing dog. Exhale, up and back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. This time raise the left leg, pushing the weight back into that right leg. Keeping the left leg straight, open the hip so that left foot comes over to the right. Trying to keep the right hip pulling into the midline. And then straighten the leg. Look forward, left foot forward. Back knee drops down, release the left hip towards the floor. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fingertips down, lift the back knee, step the right foot behind the left. Just line the toes up. Again, you can take the block, keep the hands on the block and lengthen the spine forward, keeping a slight bend in the left leg. And then keeping the back nice and straight, fold a bit deeper. Good. Uncross the ankles and come into Uttanasana, forward bend. Hands to the hips, take a slight bend in the legs and come up. Okay, just move your block out of the way. So just bring the feet together, take the hands behind the back, squeeze the shoulder blades down the back, palms together, and then we bend the legs and lean the body forward, arms away from the back, a bit like a downhill skiing position. So really lengthen the spine, bring the chest towards the thighs, and then we exhale, straighten the legs, squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze the palms together. We inhale, bend the legs, lengthen the spine forward. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, lengthen forward. Exhale, straighten the legs, fold forward. Once more, inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Release the arms, lengthen the spine, feel the inner thighs lifting, and then reaching the arms forward, raise, lift up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to your heart center, Anjali Mudra, and release the hands by the sides, Tadasana. Good. Okay, so we'll get moving into the flow. Hope you feel nice and warmed up. And when we move through the vinyasas, there's always the option to step back and come down knees, chest and chin rather than jumping into chaturanga. So just choose your option for how your body is feeling today. Hands to the heart center. And then we're going to hook the thumbs, reach the arms up, lift up, open the chest, curl back. As we exhale, we start to bend the legs, swing the hands behind us, clasp the hands, and then we fold forward, straighten the legs, release the hands down. Now you can step or jump back, chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin, and then cobra or upward facing. Lift the hips, push up and back, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Find a nice deep pose, lift the hips up, Lengthen the spine. And breathe. Feel the back of the legs starting to really lengthen. Push the inner hands into the floor to help you feel grounded and to help open the shoulders, rotate the shoulders. Breathing deeply. Okay, and then start to look forward, and there's always the choice to either step or on the exhale we hop. Forward bend, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms up, curl back, and exhale, hands to the heart center. Good. And again, hook the thumbs, reach up, open the chest. Exhale, start to swing forward, bring the arms behind you, bend the legs, and then straighten the legs into forward bend. Release the hands down, your choice. Step back or jump straight to chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, up and back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale the right leg up. Look forward, step the right foot forward. Low lunge. Stay on the fingertips. Lengthen the spine. You can stay here for a few more breaths to open the left hip flexor, or you can prepare to jump change. So we jump change, jump change, jump change, jump change with the right foot forward. And then we're going to straighten the right leg and lift the toes so we come onto that right heel. So we exhale, straighten, bring the knee towards the shin, nose towards the shin. Exhale, release back into the lunge. Inhale, straighten, come onto that right heel, lengthen the spine, and release. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, release. Once more. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, low lunge. Hands flat. Step back, high plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog. And lift up and back. Downward facing dog. And inhale the left leg up. Look forward, swing that left foot forward, low lunge. So lengthen the spine, feel the hip flexor muscles starting to open. And your choice to stay here, or you can prepare to jump change. So jump change, lightly jump. Jump change, jump change, jump change, ending with the left foot forward. And then on the exhale, we start to straighten the left leg, come onto the left heel, bring the nose towards the shin. Inhale, release, low lunge. Exhale, straighten, lifting the toes up. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, straighten, moving that left hip back, lengthening the spine. Inhale, lunge. Once more. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, low lunge. Hands flat, step back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing. And lift up and back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhaling. Breathing deeply. Inhaling 3, exhale, inhale 4, exhale, inhale 5, exhale, and then start to look forward, prepare to step or jump forward. Look forward, release into that forward bend, Uttanasana. Inhale, hook the thumbs as you come up. Reach up, open the chest. And then release. Hands to the heart center. Good. Feet together. Bend the legs, sweep the fingertips. And then extend the arms up into that chair pose, Utkatasana, weight back in the heels. Try to release the sits bones towards the floor so you're taking some of the arching out of that lower back. Ribs in. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, offer the chest forward. Exhale, releasing down, stepping or jumping back. And then cobra or upward facing. And lift up and back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Lengthening the spine. Inhale, the right leg up. Look forward, step the right foot forward. Release the back foot, heel to heel alignment. Reach the arms forward and up. First warrior. Virabhadrasana 1. Reach up. Make sure that right hip is pulling back. Left hip forward. And then we take the hands behind us, squeeze the palms. Inhale, lift the chest. And then as we exhale, we start to lengthen forward. Make sure the weight is in that back leg. Lengthening to the inner right thigh. Keep lengthening. And then bring the arms away from the back. Humble warrior. Making sure you can see the inner arch of the left foot lifted when you look back behind you. Breathing deeply. Try to move that right hip back. Good, and then we release the arms. We bring the left hand flat. Make sure the left shoulder's over the left wrist. We start to turn, come onto the outer edge of the left foot, and then we stack the legs, lift the hips. If it's too much, you can step the right foot in front of you for a variation of side plank, Vashisthasana. Lifting the hips high. Maybe bring that right arm along by the ear. Lengthening the side of the body. Good, and release. High plank, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra, or upward facing. Lift up, down dog. Good. We inhale, raise the left leg. We look forward, step the left foot forward. Drop the back heel, heel to heel alignment may be slightly wider. We reach the arms forward and we lift up. First warrior. Reaching up, moving that left hip back, right hip forward. Good, and then we take the hands behind us. Link the hands, squeeze the palms. Inhale, lift the chest. We exhale. We start to lengthen the body forward. Keep reaching forward to the inner left leg. Keep looking forward. And then we bring the arms away from the back. Squeezing the shoulder blades down the back and towards each other. Moving a little bit deeper into that humble warrior. Trying to move that left hip back and into the midline. Good. Release the arms, bring your right hand down, shoulder over the wrist. Turn to the outer edge of the right foot and step that left leg. Try and stack the legs if you can. Reach that left arm up, lift the hips. Maybe the left arm comes along by the ear. Good, and then we release. High plank, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Keep the shoulders lifted, cobra or upward facing. And lift up and back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Lift the hips high. Inhale 3, exhale, look forward, start to prepare to come forward, either stepping or lightly hopping on the exhale. Extend the chest forward and release, forward bend, Uttanasana. Lengthen the spine. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. And again, bending the legs, sweep the fingertips. Inhale the arms up. Utkatasana, chair pose. Ribs in. Exhale, release forward and down, forward bend. Inhale, offer the chest forward. Exhale, release down, your choice. Stepping or jumping back. Cobra or upward facing. And then lift up and back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale the right leg up. Look forward, step the right foot forward. Drop the back heel, heel to heel alignment. Extend the arms forward, reaching up. Virabhadrasana 1. On the exhale, we turn to the left into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So heel to arch alignment. We inhale, straighten the right leg. So just make sure as we bend into the right leg, that right knee tracks over the right foot. We exhale. Right knee comes out to the right slightly, so you can maybe take the fingers lightly to the inside of that right knee and just gently encourage it out. Body nice and straight over the hips. We look over the right shoulder. And then reach that right arm forward, turn the palm up, open up, reverse warrior. Keep the bend in that right leg. Good, and then we release, start to straighten the right leg. Maybe you shorten the stance slightly. We come into Trikonasana, so we extend the arms. The hips keep moving to the left. Keep reaching the right arm forward, keep reaching, and then release fingertips to the shin or to the floor. Extend that left arm up. So push the ball of the right foot and the big toe down to help you move that right hip back. And lengthen the right side of the body. Open the chest. And breathe. Good, and we start to look down. Bring the right hand to the outer edge of the right foot, so you might need to bend that right leg slightly. Take weight in the right hand, and then see if you can lift that right knee towards the chest. The most advanced option, you can take the left hand to the outside of the right foot and reach that right foot up to the top of the mat, extending the leg, open the chest. Good, okay, and then everyone step back to plank wherever you are. Move through a Vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog. Open the chest and lift up and back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Lengthen the spine. Inhale the left leg up. And look forward, step the left foot forward, drop the back foot, heel to heel, alignment. Reach the arms forward, lifting up. Virabhadrasana 1 for a breath. We exhale, turn to warrior 2. We inhale, straighten the left leg, just to make sure we get the correct alignment. So position the torso nice and straight over the hips. As we bend into the left leg, we're trying to track the left knee over the left toes, bending deeply, looking over the left shoulder. Arms are nice and strong, reaching out of the chest and the shoulders. We keep breathing, using your breath to connect with that inner stillness. And we start to reach the left arm forward, turn the palm, reach up, open the chest, reverse warrior, keeping the bend in that left leg. Lengthening the left side of the body. Good, and then we release, start to straighten the left leg. Maybe just move that back foot in an inch or two. Extend the arms, the hips this time move to the right. We keep reaching that left arm as if you were reaching out to hold someone's hand. Keep reaching and then release fingertips to the shin or to the floor. Extend that right arm up, look up at the hand. Trikonasana. So just maybe adjust yourself once you're there. Trying to lengthen the left side of the body. Open up the right side of the chest. Keep moving that left hip back to get that hamstring lengthening. Breathing deeply. Release that top arm, start to look down. Bring the left hand flat to the outer edge of the left foot. Maybe you need to bend into that left leg. Take weight in the left hand, engage your core, lift the left knee towards the chest and hold. Stay there or take the right hand to the outer edge of the left foot. Reach that left foot up to the top of the mat, lengthen that left leg, open the chest. Good, and then release everyone. Release into that high plank. And your choice, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga, Bhujangasana, or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And then lift up and back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And breathe. Lengthening the spine, lifting the hips, the same alignment principles each time. Use this as your restorative pose to gather your energy for the next sequence. Connecting with your inner core, your inner stillness, your inner energy. And preparing to come forward, either stepping or hopping on the exhale. Extend forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms forward, lifting up, over Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Good, okay, so just make sure you've got your block at the top right corner of the mat in case you might need it for the next sequence. Standing with the feet together. Let's hook the thumbs again, reaching up, open the chest. And then release, swing the arms behind you, clasp the hands, bend the legs as you fold forward. And then straighten the legs. Release the arms down, your choice, always stepping or jump back. Cobra or upward facing. Lift up and back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Really move the chest back towards the legs. Lengthen the spine. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot forward. Heel to heel alignment. Extend the arms forward and up. Warrior one. Good. And then release the hands to the hips. Straighten the front leg. And let's step that back foot in a few inches. Make sure you feel stable in the legs, so maybe the feet just come a little bit wider. And depending on how your shoulders are feeling, the slightly, I shouldn't say easier, but if your shoulders are quite tight, then maybe the better option is just to clasp the opposite elbows with the hands before we fold forward. If your shoulders feel more open and warm enough, extend the arms wide, carefully rotate the shoulders in the socket so the hands turn back, and then bring the hands behind you for reverse prayer up between the shoulder blades. But the palms should be pushing together, and if the chest is sticking out, try to pull the chest in but keep the shoulders back. Whichever version you're doing, we start to exhale, we start to hinge forward, lengthening the spine, that right hip keeps tracking back. Stop halfway, use your core, pull the ribs in. If you're in reverse prayer, keep thinking about moving the shoulders back. Keep breathing. Feel that right hamstring, the hamstring muscles, sorry, not just singular but plural, lengthening. Good, and then release the arms wherever they are. Everyone take the right hand to that right hip crease and just move the skin back, just open that right hip. Reach that left arm forward, and then we exhale. Take hold of the block if you need it. Left hand comes to the block or to the floor. We reach that right arm up, keep lengthening the spine, open from your centre into the twist, into that Parivrita Trikonasana, revolve triangle. Reach that right arm up, keep reaching, lengthening the body, rotating from your core. Keep breathing. Good, and release. Just place the block over to the other side. And so while we're here, maybe walk the hands forward. You can you keep using the block and just walk the block forward and have the hands on the block. But we're just trying to really lengthen the spine over that right leg. Push the ball of the right foot into the floor again to help move that right hip back. Keep lengthening the spine. Good, okay. Move the block over to the left side. Bend into the right leg. Step back to plank, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing. And lift up and back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale the left leg up. Look forward, step the left foot forward, heel to heel alignment, reach the arms forward, lift up. Virabhadrasana 1. Good, and then release the hands to the hips, straighten the left leg, step that back foot in to shorten the stance so you have more stability in the legs. Maybe the feet need to come a little bit wider, about hip distance, just so you've got some stability, you feel grounded. And again, your choice to either clasp the opposite elbows or extend the arms wide. Carefully rotate the arms in the shoulder sockets and bring the hands back to that reverse prayer position. Palms together, pull the ribs in. Everyone exhale, lengthen forward. Body comes parallel to the floor, keep the shoulders moving back. Try to work against gravity. Keep pushing the ball of the left foot into the floor to help move that left hip back. Keep lengthening the spine. Preparing for Parivrita Trikonasana. Okay, release the arms. Left hand to that left hip crease. Move the left hip back. Extend the right arm forward. Keep reaching. And then bring the right hand across to the block or to the floor on the outer edge of the left foot. Lengthen the spine. Start to rotate. And then extend the left arm up. Reach the left arm up to the sky. Keep pushing the right hand either into the floor or to the block to help you open the chest. Breathing. Good, okay, and then release. So just make sure that left hip is moving back. You can either use the block again, place the hand on the block in front of you, or just bring the fingertips down or the hands down. Lengthen the spine and then release and fold over the left leg for a deeper hamstring lengthening. On each exhalation, feel like you're just uncurling the vertebra, lengthening the spine. Good, okay. And then bend into the left leg, step back to plank, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing. And tuck the toes, push the hips up and back, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Breathing deeply. And then preparing to look forward, hop forward or step forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, floating up, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. And again, hook the thumbs, reach up, smile the chest open. And release, arms behind you, bend the legs, clasp the hands, and then straighten the legs. Release the arms, your choice, step or jump back. Cobra or upward facing. And lift up and back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot forward, heel to arch alignment. Inhale up for warrior two. For a breath. Make sure that right knee is tracking over the right foot And then we start to reach to the right, and you bring the hand to the inside of the right foot. You can use the block on the inside of that right foot if you need something else to press down into. We open the chest, raise that left arm up and along by the ear. And see if you can feel as if you're gently pressing that right tricep against the right inner knee to encourage it out wider, and move that right hip back and in. Open the chest. Back leg is strong. Okay, release that top arm. Move the block out of the way. Right fingertips come forward off of the mat. Step that back foot in about halfway. We're going to lift the back leg into Ardha Chandrasana. So lifting up, straightening the right leg. We open the chest to the left. If you're balanced, reach that left arm up to the sky. Flex the left foot. Make sure that left leg is active. That will really help with the balance. Standing leg is strong. Move that right hip into the midline. Find the centre of gravity. Either staying there or just look down for balance. Start to bend the left leg. Reach back for the ankle. And then open the chest. Here, push that foot into the hand for that Chapasana variation. If you're in that variation, carefully release. And then everyone start to bend the right leg. Keep that left leg lifted for as long as you can. Step it all the way back into a low lunge. So the right foot is forward, hopefully. And then place that left hand flat. Make sure the shoulder's over the wrists, and we're coming into side plank again. Vashisthasana. This time, maybe the right foot comes to the left inner thigh. For that tree pose variation, you lift the hips higher. And then finally, step the right foot behind you, open the chest, drop that right arm back, push the left hand into the floor. Good, and then everyone release, turn back, just come to downward facing dog. Push the weight back into the legs, lengthen the spine. Breathe deeply. And then we raise the left leg. We step the left foot forward. Drop the back foot, heel to arch alignment. Come up to Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Left knee tracks over the left toes. Breathing deeply. I've moved the block to the inside of my left foot. We're going to extend the body and place left hand on the inside of the left foot or on the block. Open the chest and then bring that right arm up and along by the ear. Back leg strong. Open the chest. Gently move that left tricep against the inner left knee to move that left knee a little bit out to the left, and that will help track the left hip back and into the midline. Pajvakonasana, side angle pose. Try and pull the ribs in. So many things to think about. Okay, release that top arm. Move the block out of the way. Left fingertips come off the mat in front of you. Step the back foot in about halfway. Prepare to lift the back leg. Open the chest to the right. Find your balance. Raise that right arm. So legs are strong. Flex that right foot. Try to move that left hip into the midline. Find that centre of gravity. You can stay there for a few more breaths, or you can look down. Start to bend the right leg. Reach back. Find the ankle. Gently push the foot into that right hand. Open the chest. Okay, if you're in that variation, release. Carefully, everyone start to bend the left leg. Keep that right leg lifted. Keep it lifted. And then step all the way back. Low lunge. Good. Okay, so we're preparing for another side plank. So right hand flat, right shoulder over the right wrist. Turn to the outer edge of the right foot. Stack the legs. Vinyasa. Maybe you bring the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Lift the hips higher. Keep lifting. And then finally, step the left foot behind you and open the chest. Good. And then release. Just come back to downward facing dog. Breathe deeply. Use this as your restorative pose. Find your breath. Gather your energy. And then look forward, preparing to step or lightly hop forward. Release, forward bend, Uttanasana. Inhale, floating the body up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Okay, so just step back on the mat slightly. Make sure you've got the block handy again. And just bring the feet out to about hip distance. Hands to the hips. We exhale, hinge forward. And then come all the way forward. Either clasp the first two fingers and the thumb around the big toes, or if you're feeling really warm in the hamstrings, maybe you step onto the palms of the hands up to the wrist crease for Padangusthasana. So lengthen the spine forward, and then we fold forward. Whichever variation you're in, bring the elbows out to the side. Try to move the shoulders down, back down the back, away from the ears. Lengthen the spine. Try to have the weight evenly distributed in the legs. Feel like you're pulling the kneecaps up to engage the quadriceps. Fire up the back of the legs. Okay, if you're standing on the hands, release. So we're going to try and come into a standing balance from here. So lift up about halfway. Take the hands under that right foot. Start to stand up, knee, right knee to chest. So this is quite advanced, keeping the hands under the foot, so you might want to move the hands to the back of the thigh instead. On the exhale, we start to straighten the right leg. Try and move the shoulders back into the socket. Release that right hip down so the hips are in alignment. Maybe you start to fold body over that right leg for a breath. Good. And then we bend the leg back into the chest. Step the right leg all the way back Bring the fingertips down, just adjust the feet, and then we drop that back knee. We inhale, we come up. We're just going to open the hip flexors, the psoas muscles on that right hip crease in a quad stretch. So just rest the left hand on the left knee for now. Reach that right arm forward and then turn the hand back, reach the arm behind you, lift that right foot up. Hopefully the hand and the foot meet. And you can gently start to squeeze that right foot in. Maybe you can take the left hand to the foot as well. Squeeze the shoulders together. Bring that foot in closer towards the right hip. Good. Okay, and then slowly release. Okay, so we're coming into a variation of Ardha Hanumanasana here. So let's bring the right hip back over the right knee, extend the left leg, flex the foot, but rather than having it straight in front of you, my mat's quite sticky, so you just manually move the left foot out to about 45 degrees, so it's not straight in front of you, so you'll just start to work that outer hamstring a bit more. And then just bring the hands over towards the left more, so the body's going to track over the left leg a bit more, so lengthen the spine. And you might just be staying there working on lengthening the spine. Flex that left foot, that left leg is active, feel the hamstrings firing up. Or maybe, if you're a bit more flexible, walk the hands back more in line with the hips. Maybe you start to walk that right leg back. So I just look behind you, so the right leg should be straight behind you, but that left leg is at about a 45-degree angle. Maybe you fold the body over that left leg. Good, okay, and start to lift up. Then that back leg, if you came into the full splits. And then we swing that left leg behind us. Push up into downward facing dog. And just notice if your left leg feels slightly different to the right. And then we start to prepare to come forward, stepping or hopping. Good. And then we're coming into that Hasta Padangusthasana again. So maybe just step back on the mat a few inches, feet hip distance. Your choice, either first two fingers and thumb around the big toes, or you can step onto the palms of the hands again. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward, offer the chest forward, feel the knees engaging, inner thighs lifting up, and then we exhale, fold forward, elbows come out to the side, lengthen the spine, forward and down. Breathing, try to breathe into it. Good, okay, release. And preparing for the standing balance. So take the hands under that left foot. Find your balance. Start to stand up. Bring that left knee to the chest. Okay, so once you're there, your choice to take the hands under the back of the left thigh, keep the hands under the foot, and exhale, extend that left leg forward, drop that left hip back into the socket, keep breathing, maybe the body lengthens over the left leg, find your balance. And knee into chest. And then swing the left leg back, step back into your low lunge. Just adjust the feet correctly on the mat, lower that left knee down. Inhale, come up. Rest the hands on the right knee. And then extend the left arm forward, take the arm out to the side, reach behind you, pick that left foot up, and then you can just squeeze the foot in with one hand, or maybe take the other hand back as well. Squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze that foot in, feel the left quadricep and left hip flexors opening. Good, okay, and then release. Okay, so time for that variation of Ardha Hanumanasana. Left hip back over the left knee. Extend the right leg, but take that right foot out to about a 45-degree angle. Keep the right foot flexed. Walk the hands over so the body is going to track over that right leg, and you can stay there and just work on lengthening, moving that right hip back, or you can walk the hands back, keeping the left leg straight behind you. See if you can walk that left foot back into this variation of Hanumanasana, and maybe you fold the body over that right leg, and just noticing, because that right leg is at a slight angle, is this different sensation because we're working the outer hamstring. It might feel slightly easier. Or not. Okay, and then start to release. So if you're in the full splits, bend that left leg, swing the right leg behind you. And let's just sit back for a moment. Okay, so we're going to try the regular version of Hanumanasana or Ardha Hanumanasana. If you've got two blocks, you can always have the blocks either side of the hips and push the hands into the blocks, just to give you a bit more purchase as you're working the hamstring muscles and trying to lengthen them. So let's start with the left leg forward first of all. So I'll bring my foot off the mat, I think. So this time the left leg is keeping straight in front of you. And then, depending on your flexibility, you might just be maybe working on the half Hanumanasana. Maybe you fold forward. Or you keep walking the back toes back. You've got the toes tucked under. And just using your breath, breathing into the hips and the legs. Try not to force anything, just using the breath. So one side will probably feel different to the other. Try to keep moving that right inner hip towards the floor, the left hip moves back. Good, okay. Lift up halfway and swing the left leg back. Prepare for the other side. We bring the right leg forward, straight in front of us, keep the foot flexed. Start to walk that left knee back a little way. You might want to stay upright or start to fold over the right leg. But if you're working towards the full splits, I recommend staying upright, walking the hands back. Keep the left toes tucked under, keep walking the left foot back. Try to keep the inner left thigh moving down and right hip back. And this side for me is slightly easier, slightly more open. Breathing deeply. Trying to keep the hips in alignment. Breathing deeply. And of course, once you master this, you can always use this as your party trick. Okay, and then lift up halfway. And swing that right leg back. Okay, so now we're just going to try a version of tripod headstand. So if you're really not confident with tripod headstand, you can just come into dolphin pose, which is really a downward facing dog on the forearms, because that is also another good hamstring lengthener, also shoulder opener. If you're a bit more confident and want to try this variation of tripod headstand, bring the hands down, bring the crown of the head down, you lift the hips up, walk the feet in, and then raise that left leg up high, but keep that right leg about 45 degrees off the floor. And then, like we did at the beginning, we're crossing the legs like that wrap tie. And then release, gently place the right foot down, and then the left leg. Good, so how did that go? So, if you're in dolphin pose, come down, take a breath, and then when we try the other side, you can come back into dolphin. So if you're trying that tripod, hands down again, top of the head down, lift the hips, walk the feet in slightly. This time the right leg lifts up and then the left leg stays low. Find your balance and then cross the legs. And release, left foot down and then right foot. Release, legs wide, feet together. Extend the arms, come into child's pose. Release the forehead to the floor, breathe into the back of the lungs, release that bottom to the heels. And we're using this to gather your energy for the final session of handstand practice. So breathing deeply. Start to visualize yourself in handstand or half handstand. Most importantly, getting in tune with your breath, connecting with your inner center, your inner core, your inner stillness. And then gently start to come up. Good. So depending on the level of your practice, the word handstand might fill you with dread. So, I'm not proposing obviously that we come into a balanced handstand in the middle of the room. So there's always options. So bring your mat right up to the wall. Make sure there's no furniture that you're going to damage yourself with or furniture to break. And we're going to come into half handstand first of all. So coming onto the hands and knees with your bottom backing up towards the wall. And the hands should be pretty much in front of underneath the shoulders, but maybe for this variation we just walk them maybe half an inch further forward. So the toes, because the bottom of the feet are flush up against the wall, hopefully, so the toes are naturally sort of tucked under. We push the hips up into that downward facing dog, so you end up on your toes, and you push the chest back towards the legs and the wall. And then we
walk one foot halfway up the wall and then the other. We start to straighten the legs, push the chest back. Maybe the right leg lifts, and we're doing some work here. We start to bring the foot down, raise the leg up. So you might need to bend that left leg as the right foot comes down. Pick it up. Once more. Down. Pick it up. And then come all the way down. Take a breather. So that is quite a lot of work. So just if that's too much to try on the left leg as well, just come into half handstand and just hold it there without raising the left leg up. Okay, so again, finding your position, soles of the feet flush up against the wall, shoulders over the wrists. We lift up into that downward facing dog on the balls of the feet, push the chest back towards the wall, pick the left foot up, then the right foot, straighten the legs, push the chest back. Maybe the left leg lifts, bend the right leg, start to bring the left foot down, touch it down, pick it up. Once more, touch it down, pick up. I lied one more time, touch the left foot down, pick the foot up, and then release, come all the way down. Okay, so we have really warmed up the hamstring muscles now. If you have got a little bit of energy left, maybe you want to try a couple of kick-ups, not to necessarily come all the way into handstand, but just to take some weight in the hands. And we've got the wall here to give you that confidence that you're not going to fling over and hurt yourself. So, facing the wall this time. Hands want to be, I don't know, like 10 or 12 inches away from the wall, so that when you look up you don't want to hit your head on the wall. And then you push up into downward facing dog. I'm going to kick up with my left leg, so I'm going to step my right foot about halfway, shoulders over the wrists, raise that left leg, look between the hands and light hops. Maybe you try a couple of times and come up to the wall, look between the hands, push the hands down, squeeze the legs together. Find your balance, push the hands down, good, and release, well done. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there now, but obviously if you're practicing handstand, you want to practice a bit more. Pause and practice a few times, and then come back down just to finish the class off. Good. So just sitting down, extend the legs out in front of you, and let's bend the right leg, bring the sole of the right foot to the inner thigh, make sure that knee is down. If that right knee is lifted, you can always place the block under the knee. If you're more open, you can bring that foot into half lotus, whichever variation. You exhale, look forward, look past the left foot, exhale, release the body over the left leg, and breathe. Inhaling, exhale, deep breaths, relaxing into it. Feel the spine lengthening. Push the left leg, the back of the left leg into the floor. Keep the left foot flexed. Good. Inhale, come up. Release the right leg. Bring both legs out in front of you. Flex the feet. Reach forward, reach the toes, and just walk the hip bones back slightly. Walk the bottom back. So we're really lengthening the legs. Look past the feet. Lengthen the spine. And then maybe you start to fold forward. Keep lengthening, looking past the feet. Paschimottanasana. Legs are active here, so try to push the thighs down, push the knees down, lengthen the spine with each exhalation. Keep adjusting, keep lengthening. Inhale, come up. Good. If you need the block, just get the block. Bend the left leg, sole of the foot comes to the inner right thigh. If that left knee's lifted, you place the block under the knee. If you're more open in the hips, you can come to that half lotus position and take the half bind. Whichever variation. You reach forward, you exhale, lengthen and fold. Deeply breathing, inhaling, exhale, inhale, exhale, uncurl the spine, right leg is active, inhale, and exhale. Good, and come up. Excuse me. And release and lie down. Bend both knees into the chest again. Just release the spine, maybe just rock from side to side. And then release the legs out in front of you, legs hip distance. Relax the feet, turn the palms up to the ceiling, tuck the chin in towards the chest slightly to lengthen the back of the neck. Close the eyes, just coming into final relaxation. So just bring your attention to the space between your eyes, your third eye, your Ajna chakra, which is associated with the Lord Ganesha. And just focus your energy on that space, your third eye. Let the breath come naturally. Use that focus on your Ajna chakra to still the mind and just let go.
start to become aware of that white noise in the room, the ambient sound around you. Just be aware of the noise of your breath, the inhale, the exhale. Just slowly bringing your consciousness back into the room. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in, bring your arms up and over your head for a full body stretch, fully awakening the body. Roll over onto your right side. Slowly push yourself up into a cross-legged position, sitting with a nice straight back. And take a deep in-breath, hands to the heart center, take your prayer through the heart, up to the sky, looking up, reaching up, and then as you exhale you start to bring the hands back down through the center of the eyes, that third eye, the Ajna chakra, continuing down towards your Anahata chakra, your heart center, bowing the head. And peace to all beings everywhere. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Namaste.